morning guys, Temi here, T-E-M-I. So today I'm going to be doing good products that you can find at Walmart. I don't know if it's a tag, but I saw Emily Noel do it and I thought I wanted to do a version for us dark-skinned women. You know, good products that work, that are good prices, and that are dark-skin friendly. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys in a bit. My eyes and brows is already done. I was recording the first impressions of the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette. It's new-ish because after this they've had like 3 more palettes, but it was released this year, so it's still newish. So that's the only thing that I used for my look that you cannot find at Walmart or other drugstores like CVS and Walgreens. Everything else that I used on my eyes, you can find it there. So I'm just gonna go through my favorite products from places like Walmart. You can get all this stuff at Walmart, but also Target, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, you know, local drugstore, and also the drugstore part of Ulta. I'm a drugstore girl. You know, when I started into makeup, I didn't start getting into makeup at Sephora. I started at CVS. That's where I got my first foundation, my first palette, you know, and they've been working for me. So why change something that isn't broken, right? So let me just go through what I used for my eyes. So for my brows, I used this this L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer 24-hour liner, and it's a cream eyeliner. It's in espresso, but I use it for my brows. The advice I'm going to give you guys, it's a very creamy formula, but if you want it to be a bit thicker, like mine is a bit thicker, I accidentally left it open for a few hours one day, and I thought it dried up, but it actually didn't. It just thickened up a little bit, and it works so much better now. And I mean, I've had this thing for like over a year, going on 2 years now. It's still going strong. I like that. I really like that. So if you want like a pot gel brow that can also double as like an eyeliner, the L'Oreal, you can't go wrong with that. But for those that want like a pencil for your brow, I'm gonna suggest L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is actually, I've finished one. I rotate things out of my collection, so when I finished this one, I brought out another one, which I'm still kind of learning how to use that one, so that's why I'm not sharing that one in these videos. I want to share things that I've used and I know that I love. This has to be the best brow pencil at the drugstore, in my opinion. I've used Almay, Wet n Wild, what else? I've used Physicians Formula, but I find that this is the best one. I've even used Revlon, but this is my favorite so far. And if you're looking for something that is very cheap, because I believe that L'Oreal one is like $10. If you're looking for something that is cheap and gets the job done, you can't go wrong with this Wet n Wild Kohl Crayon. This is what I give all my friends that ask for brow pencil, and they like it, and they always ask me for it, because I have these things in dozens in my collection. It's 99 cents or $1.49 depending on where you get it. You can't go wrong. All you need is a sharpener, okay? And they have it in different colors too. Then to clean up my brows, concealer, I used this Maybelline Master Camo color correcting kit. It has a bunch of concealer shades, a corrector shade, and then one highlight, cream highlight. I only use the concealer. I actually only use like 4 of the concealer. The yellow, I don't have a need for that, so I don't use it. But it's a good concealer palette for your brows. I would not use this for your face. It's very creamy and it's not very full coverage either, so I wouldn't use this for your face. But for brows, this is good. For my eye primer, I used the Physicians Formula Matte Eye Primer. This primer comes, the one that I got comes in a 2-pack. So the second one is a shimmer eye primer from Physicians Formula. I've never used that one, but I've used this one, and this one is actually really, really good. I'm going to insert a picture of a look that I did for work, and this is actually the second discovery, my second discovery at the drugstore for a good eye primer. The first one is this Wet n Wild, what's it called, Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. It says long lasting, and it really is. The difference between the two is that this one, when you put it on, it dries, but it doesn't like it still feels a little bit tacky, but this one dries, like it dries down, and you can tell that it is completely mattified your entire lid. Like, I don't know if you guys used that Becca face primer, how it feels very kind of like dry and tight feeling. That's how this looks on my eye, and I like it like that because my eyelids are very oily, so it helps my shadows really stay on. But like I said, the difference is because this one is tacky, the colors would not skip as much if you use this one as they will if you use this one. I always use concealer to prime my eyes. When I use my eye primer, then I go over it with a concealer, and the one I use today is the Photo Ready Candid concealer from Revlon. When we get to face, I will discuss that concealer. I want to share with you guys my favorite eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. These are palettes that I've actually used, and I really enjoy them. So the first one has to be Rimmel Magnifies eyeshadow palette. This one. I have the Spice edition, and then I have the color edition. That's the one that has the blue, purple, green. It has different colors, and it has some neutral shades as well. So if you're someone that likes to have some color in your palette, and then you want to be able to do some neutral colors as well, this will be a good option. But if you're someone that just likes your warm neutrals, the Spice edition is a good option for you. And I have a video on both. Well, this one is up already. The video on this one is up already. I would link it below. But the video on this one, I've recorded it, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But when I upload it, I'll make sure to link it in the description box as well. But you can't go wrong with this. They are $8.99 at the drugstore. They blend well. They stay on the lid. You know, it's not a hassle to like work with the colors, layering them on top of each other. It's not patchy. It's good. My second would be the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow, the new ones. Sincerely, I think I prefer the old formula, or maybe that's just Comfort Zone. Comfort Zone, the old formula, I prefer that a lot more. But I actually used this on my, what were we doing? My baby shower, and I really like the way the look came out. And I have a video as well that I recorded but haven't edited. I'm sorry. I'm working on being more effective, okay? I'm only one woman show, and I can only edit one video a week. But you know, I batch my recording, so I record a lot of videos so that when I'm ready to when I need to upload a new video, I don't have to like record it. I can just go into my bank and edit. So I recorded this one as well. So I'll link it when it goes live. But this shade is Rosé in the Air, but they have different shades. You can't go wrong with Wet n Wild. And then they have the 3 palette. These are the ones I'm talking about, the smaller palettes. See that those ones, they have those ones in like different shades, you know. And you might even be able to find one of these limited edition ones. This one is Plat to the Bone. I really enjoyed using it. This one has like a duochrome greenish brown shade right down here. I love that shade. But Wet n Wild, you can't go wrong. Now for eyeliner, the eyeliner that I use today is the Rimmel Wonder Wing, and this is not my favorite. You know, I wanted to use an eyeliner that I had opened. I don't want to open a new one when I haven't finished using this one. It's not black enough, number one. And then the way that it applies, you know, there's some eyeliners where you just, it glides on and the color is just there. This one doesn't do that. It stays. I won't take that away from it. It stays. It doesn't like smudge, you know, or do anything funny, crack. No, it doesn't do that. But it's just difficult to work with. So it's not my favorite. My favorite It's actually this Physicians Formula Eye Booster eyeliner pen. The shade that I have is deep brown. I've actually never used their brown. I always use their black color. And I love this eyeliner so much. I can't explain to you guys how much I like it. It's easy. It's a brush tip. It's not a felt tip. It's very, very easy to use. So easy to use that my cousin that doesn't wear, I mean, she wears makeup, but she's not like an eyeshadow person like that. She used mine once and she was like, what? She took it from me. And ever since, I always, whenever I buy this eyeliner, she's the one I always give it to because she loves it. She said it's easy to use, you know, it's quick and it stays on. This thing does not go anywhere. If you need an eyeliner, in my opinion, this is the best one I've found so far at the drugstore. Pick it up. It's like $10, $11 about there. And then, so for like pencil liners that I use for maybe under my brow, under my eyes and things like that, I like the Almay eyeliner. This one is the eyeliner crayon contour. And then I like the Wet n Wild on Edge long wear eyeliner. They are so creamy. Let me swatch it for you guys. It's very, very creamy, so it doesn't tug. Because you're putting it on your waterline, you don't want something that is too dry, something that will tug. You don't want to hurt yourself. So they are both brown, so I kind of alternate, and they both don't go anywhere. They don't go anywhere. They don't like smudge on the bottom of my eye or anything like that. So really nice color. I'm gonna let it set. Those two colors really good. I'll show you guys. I was gone for like how many minutes? Like maybe 3 minutes. So it's set already. And as you can see, it's not, I'm not putting too much pressure. Let me put more pressure. Yeah, when I put more pressure, yeah, I see. Now it's smudging. But with like light pressure, I mean, you're not going to be rubbing your eyes. I mean, unless you are like itching. If you are itching. I actually think the Almay one is holding up much better than the Wet n Wild one. After like much tugging, that one is pretty much smudged away. But the Almay one is still there. So that tells you something, right? Almay eyeliner, the only product I found from Almay that actually works for me. Anywho, so for my lashes, for my eyelashes, I used Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara, and this thing does what it says. It gives me volume. Like, it separates my lashes and then it gives me volume. Let me actually put one more coat. Yeah, it doesn't give me too much length, but it gives me volume and I like it. I just started using it like about 2 weeks. Yeah. Another one that I really enjoyed looking at, I was surprised that I liked it, is the Maybelline Great Lash. This one is the big lash version. The one that I use is just the regular version, but the Great Lash collection. It's really good. It's very cheap. It's like $5.99 or $6.99, but it's really good. And this is all I use. I don't use like false lashes. All I use is mascara. So you know that if I'm telling you mascara is good, it's good. So the other one that I actually really like is the L'Oreal Feline Noir. You can't go wrong with any of these three. If you're a mascara girl, one of these three is your best bet. I'm gonna go in with doing my face, and then we'll talk through the products that I'm using as I do that. So first is this COVERGIRL True Blend primer. And the funny thing is, I've actually never really, well, I've used one primer from the drugstore, and that's the L'Oreal drugstore, but I didn't like it. It's supposed to be what is it called? It's supposed to be mattifying. I didn't mattify nothing. So I just didn't like it. I just stopped using it. So since then, I've just been using my NYX, but they don't sell NYX at Walmart. They don't sell it at, yeah, they don't sell it at Walmart. They sell it at CVS. CVS sells NYX. Target sells NYX, and the drugstore side of Ulta sells NYX. But Walgreens and Walmart don't sell NYX. But if you can find NYX, the Angel Veil is a good primer. And I'm oily like in my center, and then the rest of my face is pretty much normal. So I'm always looking for something that would smoothen out my face, but also reduce my oiliness throughout the day. And those two, the COVERGIRL one, I just started using that, right? So I was looking through my collection at what can I give a try. And I heard what's her name, Emily Noel, talk about this particular primer. That's actually where I got the idea for this video. If I haven't said that, I got the idea for this video from Emily Noel, because she was doing like products at Walmart. So I'm like, oh, you know what, I could do it for like deep skin version, because we know how difficult it still is for us deep skin folks to find like things like foundation in our shade in the drugstore, you know. But they're doing much better now. So, but anyway, I saw her use that primer, and I'm like, oh wait, I have it. So I decided to give it a try, and I've been using it for the past 1 week. And guys, I was surprised, because that same picture that I'm gonna put in for my what's it called, eye primer, to show you guys the eyeshadow that they didn't crease. I was using that primer in that picture as well. So I really like that. So for foundation, my favorite foundation from the drugstore is Revlon Color Stay. I haven't used it in a while. I ran out of the one I was using, I think around February, March. So I'm trying not to be too loyal to one foundation. I want to try other foundations in my collection. So that's why I haven't bought this one out. But this foundation is my baby, man. For years, this was the only foundation I was using, because this was the only one at the drugstore that they had my shade and they worked for my oily combo skin. It was the only one. All the other ones, it's too oily for me. They didn't have my shade or whatever. But this one, I could wear this foundation for 12 hours and it would stay on my face the entire time. Revlon Color Stay, man. And they just brought out new shades. So actually probably I'm gonna I have a few shades in my collection that I want to try. So like this one is espresso. I used to use mocha and cappuccino. Cappuccino was too orange, almost too light, and then mocha was a bit too dark. So I want to try espresso and see if that would work better, but not yet though. I have a bunch of foundation that I'm using that I want to run out of. So, but the one that I've actually I discovered this year is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear. This foundation is good for dry skin and it's good for normal skin. It's not the best for oily skin. So what I have to do is I have to use a really good primer and then have to use a mattifying powder. But it's a nice foundation. It looks flawless on me. It's not it says it's full coverage, but it's not like those kind of full coverage that is cakey, you know, that is like, you know, it just covers, masks everything. It's a very natural satin full coverage. So I really like that. A third one that I actually want to share with you guys briefly, if you're someone that wants like a quick stick foundation that you can use, go for the Maybelline Superstay. I've actually reviewed this one. I will link the video as well on my, I was looking for it was a video where I was trying to find the best stick foundation for oily skin, and this is the best one that I found at the drugstore. Affordable, good, you can't go wrong with this. And I recorded a video with this L'Oreal foundation as well. I'll link that as well. So I haven't used this foundation in a while actually, because you know, trying to rotate and stuff. If you guys hear anything, you're just hearing my son, and it's Charlie and the numbers. Sure. That's what will keep him occupied for now while mommy finish recording. All right. Do any of you guys have kids? and you are doing, and you do you record YouTube videos, what do you do with them? Like, you know, it's not all the time that my husband is around, so sometimes it's just me and Annie, and I'm telling you, recording with that little boy when he's awake, oh Jesus, it's like World War 10 with me and him. He's either he's like he wants to talk when I'm talking, or he's just getting into everything. Oh, Annie loves playing with my makeup. It's our makeup now. It's not mine. It's me and his. We own it together. He will open it. I had to like get those I have a Alex drawer, right? So what I had to do is I had to get I'll take a picture and insert it. I had to get those baby protector thingies to lock my Alex drawer down, because I didn't want him getting into it. But you know the Alex drawer, if you have it or you've ever seen it, you know it has those little space in between. My son will still put his hand into those space and try and reach in and grab stuff or put stuff in. Oh Lord, he stays trying to help me rearrange my collection. I'm grateful though. Maybe when he grows older, he will be helping me arrange it properly. Yeah, I don't like you know, like my foundation to be like full cover everything. As long as it's evening out my skin, I'm fine. You see, it's not matte, but it's not like dewy. It gives like a natural feel. Like it still looks like my skin, and that's one of the reasons why I really like this foundation. All right, so for concealer, I have a few options. All right, so I chose 3 of my favorite concealers from the drugstore. So if you're someone that likes light coverage, you don't want anything that is too heavy, the L'Oreal Infallible is a good option. Oh, the other one that I like using was the Maybelline Fit Me. Yeah, it kind of looks similar in this similar container. I used to use that one a lot actually. I think that one I ran out of it. Is it still here? No, I think I ran out of that one, that particular shade. But light coverage, and it's not matte. It's kind of like a natural finish concealer, but again, it's light coverage. So if you are trying to like cover something under your eyes, this is not it for you. You're gonna have to go in with maybe a corrector or a fuller coverage concealer first, then go in with this one to highlight. But for highlighting purposes, this is beautiful. And it doesn't dry out. I have dry under eye, so that one doesn't dry out my under eye either. Now the one that I've actually been using is this one. Like I said, I use this one to what's it called, to prime my eyes. I use this Revlon Candid Photo Ready Candid concealer, and this shade is Hazelnut. Now the thing about this shade is it's a bit too neutral for me, but I still prefer that. The concealers I used to do were too warm. They were too golden and too light, but I can still manage it being too neutral. But this one is medium coverage. It's not full coverage, but it's not light either, and it does cover what I need to cover. I don't have to go in with a concealer first when I use this one. So I really like this one. It's not drying under my eye. It doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't crease under my eyes either. Of course, you know, I said it with powder, but I like that. Now for my full coverage concealer, I use this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear, and I even use this as a corrector because the shade is very close to my skin tone. It's just more on the orangey side, so it's really good for a corrector. I use it to correct my around. I don't know why I didn't use it today. I use it around my mouth, under my eyes, you know, to correct. But I noticed that when I use it by itself, it doesn't highlight anything. But I'm gonna use it just to so you guys can see the shade and just to correct a little bit. And I use a little bit because this is really full coverage. This thing is really full coverage, so a little bit goes a long way. Maybe we should use a little bit more. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. So I'm gonna use this one and the Revlon today. I've actually never used them together. Honey, what are you looking for? That's that. And then I'm gonna just highlight with this one, the Revlon one. What do you guys think? You see, it doesn't normally the concealer I used to use, when I use it, it just brightens up my face a little too much, and I don't like that. But I like how this one, it brightens up my face, but it's not like too much. And I'm just going, oh, no! Just going over the edges with my sponge, the side that I used for foundation, just to make sure everything is seamless. For loose powder, if you're you know, if you have one of those Walmart that sell black opal, you can't go wrong with this black opal powder. It's the deluxe finishing powder, and I have it in shade medium, and I use it to set my under eye. I think the black opal one only comes in 3 shades: light, medium, and deep. But the Maybelline Fit Me, which is a new discovery for me, comes out in 7, yeah, about 7 shades. The one that I have is in deep, 35. This powder, I'm going to use this one today, even though this is the one I've been using for the entire month of August. But guys, I love this powder so much. It pained me to like rotate it out of my collection. Like, it's soft, it's not too matte, you know, and it's not drying at all. And also, the fact that it comes in this shade, it doesn't give me that like weird flashback, too light look. Oh, beautiful. So I'm going to share with you guys a third option. And then the good thing about this powder is I can use it to set my under eye, but I can also dust it all over my face. I'm going to do my hair today, and I'm wearing makeup. But I have to record, man. I have to record. We just go and do our hair with a big face there. So the third option is this Coty Airspun. Now, if you're a bit fairer, this is good. But I actually used to use this to set my under eye. I used to use it, believe it or not. I used to use it very lightly. But what I've actually noticed that it could work even more for is under my makeup. So when I go in with my primer, I put this on and then I now apply my foundation. It helps those like more satin looking foundation stay on. Those foundations that don't control oil as well, this helps it stay on like really, really well. So that's what I've actually been using that for. It's not in my rotation right now, but in the past, that's what I've been using it for. But for like setting the face and under the eyes, black opal and Maybelline Fit Me, you can't go wrong with either one. I'm just gonna use the what's it called, the Maybelline to set my entire face. And guys, me, I don't bake my under eye because like I said, I have dry under eye, so I just set, and that's that. For blush, I have I've used this blush so much I can't read the name anymore. The shade is Wanderlust. This is the blush that I use during the fall. It's a very kind of like a mauve shade, and it shows up on me. So if you can find that at the drugstore, get this. If you need like a deeper mauve kind of shade for the fall or for like your cool tone looks, this one is really good. Now another one, a really, if you're someone that likes like really bright blushes, if you can find this Wet n Wild Color Icon Baked Blush, oh, I can't remember the shade. I would, because you know it's one of those products where the name is on the wrap that you have to peel off. It's not on the back. So I would find the name and I'll put it somewhere in the video. But this, it's like a bright pink, and it's like it's a shimmery blush. Yeah, can you guys see that? Oh, that is so beautiful. That is such a beautiful color. It looks really nice on me. Like I can pack it on if I want to, but I don't pack it on. You know, it's a really nice one if you can find it. Because I don't know if it's limited. I don't think it's limited edition, but I don't know if you can find it at Walmart or the drugstore. I picked mine up in the drugstore, but I don't know if they still have it now. Another option is the e.l.f. blush palette in Deep. It has pretty much all the shades that you would want: warm, red, mauve. You can't go wrong with this. You pretty much all year long you can use just this palette for your blushes, for any look. So I think I want to go with something a bit more warm, so I'm going to use this color down here. You know, one of these days I want to rock those really heavy blush look. I don't know, today would be a good day to rock it, but I don't want them laughing at me at this color. All right, for bronzer we're using something new today. Now a bronzer that I know is very brown skin friendly is the COVERGIRL Queen Ebony Bronze. I used to use that. I don't know where it is. I probably lost it one way or another. I used to use that religiously a while back, but I've heard that that blush, that bronzer, they have it now in their full spectrum line. So you might want to check. I think it's still called Ebony Bronze in their full spectrum line. I haven't been able to find it in my location, but I need to go to a CVS that carries like deep skin products. That's where I know I will find it, but I haven't been able to go there yet. But that is a good option. Now I just bought this Super Stay Full Coverage powder. It's a powder foundation. It's in Java, and I feel like this would be a good kind of bronzer for me. It's a really dark color. Oh, that powder, it's packed really full, and it's very soft because the first one I bought broke, and I can already see cracks in this one. Anyway, we'll go really light. All right, just gonna go in with a bronzer brush, and remember it's a foundation, so you don't want to do too much with it. What do you guys think? Nice. I like the way it looks now. Just gonna go with my powder brush. If you want like a cream version, they don't sell it at Walmart, but you can find it at Ulta. Is this Makeup Revolution? Just honorable mention, if you can grab it at Ulta. They have really dark shades. Guys, let me swatch it so you guys can see it. You'll see how dark that is. Yeah, I love using that as a contour. So if you want like a contour cream, get this stick foundation from Revolution. There are two eyeliners that I swear by. The first one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow eyeliner. These eyeliners, you cannot go wrong with the Wet n Wild eyeliners. It's actually the one that I've been using. Where is it? Yeah, this oh no, it's the one that I was using in August, throughout the month of August. I love it. And I use this e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pink Tastic. It's a highlighter, it's not a blush. It has like pink swirls in it. It has a dome. I used this so much I broke the dome off. But I really love this. So either one is, I'm familiar with these two and I love these two. A third one that I actually just picked up that just came out, it looks really pretty, is the COVERGIRL True Blend Super Stunner Hyper Glow. Such a name. They have it in 3 shades. So they have it in Pearl Crush, then this one is Rose Quartz, and then this last one is Golden Glory. So I think Rose Quartz and Golden Glory would look really nice on deep skin, but I have never used it, but it looks really pretty, so that's why I picked it up. But today I'm gonna be using the the Mega Glow from Wet n Wild. And I'm not one of those people that like my highlighter to be like blinding. I just want something just, you know, shiny on my cheekbone. You see that? Oh, it's pretty. I'm going to share with you guys my favorite lip product at the drugstore. Tried and true, this color burst, Revlon color burst. This is shade Shameless. I love this thing so much that it's so difficult for me to let it go. I've had it for years. That's all that is left. I don't know if you guys can see. That is all that is left in it. I've used this so much. I love it so much. So much. I can't let it go. I know I can buy another one, but I want to finish that one. So another one is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Catsuit. Again, if you're someone that like liquid lipsticks, there are 2 liquid lipsticks I would recommend: the Mega Last from Wet n Wild and the Physicians Formula liquid lipstick. This one is called the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish, and it is velvet finish. It's not one of those dry mattes. And the same thing I can say with the catsuit one, although this one is more comfortable than this one, but this one too is not like too drying on your lips. So liquid lipsticks, you can't go wrong with these two, because the other ones at the drugstore, like the one from Maybelline, the one from L'Oreal, is it L'Oreal? No, the one from Maybelline and COVERGIRL, they're just too drying for me. But these two, I really like this too. Actually, I think I'm gonna use the this one, the Physicians Formula one. If you're a crayon kind of girl or guy, the new Maybelline ink crayon lip, that's really good. I love this. The colors are beautiful. I have a swatch on my channel actually now. I will link that swatch below. I will link it in this card, and then I'll link it in the comment section if you want to see like the colors. But these are one of some of my favorite colors. This one is Live on the Edge. It's like a nude, like a brownish nude, and then this really bright fuchsia, Treat Yourself. Those are my favorite colors. Now last but not least is the new Maybelline what's it called, Made for All. I really love this kind of rust. I did a swatch of this as well. I'll link it. I will just link everything. So yeah, this is a very warm brown shade. I don't have any more space, so can you see that? See how warm and pretty that, oh, that's so pretty. Whenever I have something really warm on my eye, I always reach out for this lipstick. And it stays, it's not matte. Don't expect it to be matte. It has like a sheen on the lips, but it does stay, and it lasts a significant amount of time. I think I need to wipe all this lipstick from my hand. That Almay eyeliner is still going strong. Does not want to wipe away. And then lip liner from Brown Skin Friendly. I actually have a couple here. I have a couple here. Yeah, Milani has really good lip liners, and Jordana as well. They have really good lip liner. This one I have is in Sugar Plum. something that is brown and is deep skin friendly, grab the Rimmel coffee bean. I'm going to use that today. Coffee bean from Rimmel is really good. It's really, really good. So I'm going to use the coffee bean to just line my lips. It's a very rich brown, warm brown shade. And I notice that whenever if I want to use it for any like nude, not pinky nude, but those like brown nude, peachy nude shades, yeah, I always go with this liner. And it works for a lot of skin tones. It took me a while to find a lip liner at the drugstore, because I noticed that all the browns or nudes that the other brands bring out, they're like pale. They're very, very pale. It shows up like a nude lipstick on me. So when I found this one, I was so happy. Very pretty color. All right. Yeah, and this lipstick is more of like a brown nude, like a peachy brown nude. And they smell nice, but it's not like, you know, I can't describe the scent like of the lipstick. Top it off with Rimmel setting spray. It works, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I've always been skeptical of setting sprays, but this one works. That's all I know. That's the finished look, guys. Tell me, what do you guys think? So I hope I'll be able to convince you but not confuse you that you can get good products at the drugstore. It's not, for me, it's not, I don't have to go to Sephora to find products that work for my skin tone anymore. Even when it was a struggle to find shades that work for me, I was still shopping at the drugstore, just trying to make it work. Now it's easier to get products that work for my skin tone. So why would I go to Sephora? It's not that I don't shop at Sephora, trust me. Like, out of all my collection, I would say like 80% is drugstore products. I use mostly drugstore. It works for me. My makeup lasts. My makeup looks good. Why would I spend more money to go outside of what's already working for me? So I would just say that if you're someone that maybe you're new to makeup, you know, or whatever your situation is, don't feel like you have to go to Sephora, or you have to go to Macy's, or you have to go to the prestige side of Ulta to get good products. You can go to Walmart, especially for those that Walmart is the only store that is close to you. You can indulge and, you know, enjoy your love of makeup, or if you just want something for work or for special occasions, you can get nice stuff at Walmart, as I've shown. All of this stuff that I mentioned, you can get it at Walmart or CVS or Walgreens or a Rite Aid or Target or the drugstore side of Ulta. So don't feel the need to spend X amount of dollars before you can get good products. The drugstore has good products as well for affordable price. So to me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I enjoy buying stuff at Sephora, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I have like some primers from Sephora and things like that. But on a day-to-day basis, I noticed that they are not doing anything better than the ones that I get at Ulta. So why am I even spending the money? So, you know, that's how I see it. I mean, like I said, 80% of my collection is drugstore. Maybe the other 12% is online, you know, like things that I cannot get at the drugstore, like maybe some elf stuff I can get at the drugstore, some Juvia's Place. You can get Juvia's Place at Ulta now, but you know, things I cannot get at the drugstore, I order it online, and they're still cheap. I shop at Shop Miss A. Indie brands that have like cheaper products, they're still significantly affordable for me. And then the remaining 8% of the time, then I can, you know, be like, oh, this interests me from Sephora or from like more prestige brands online, you know. I'll spend a little bit of coins. Sometimes there's these 3 palettes. I'll pop them up here or here, somewhere that there's space. So there is 2 of them is from UK. Lick and Lash brand has this what's it called? Spice. It's a reddish pinky you know, palette, and I've been looking for a red pink kind of palette for a while, and when I saw that, I'm like, I have to have it, and I'm holding out for it, you know, for when they have a sale. I don't buy anything full price. That's another thing. All this drugstore stuff I buy them with coupon. Okay, don't tell me nothing. If I can save money, I will. So I'm waiting for a sale for that one. And then the second one is the Be Perfect. That's a UK brand as well. A Be Perfect palette, the collaboration they did with Stacey Marie, XL Carnival palette. Oh, guys, I cannot wait to get that palette. It's a really big palette. I don't care. I'm fine with the big palette, but it's very colorful. I can do some really colorful looks with that palette. That's the second one. The third one that I'm eyeing, I'm like, my eyes on you. The moment you go on sale, you're mine. Is the ABH Novena Volume 1 palette. That would be my second time buying ABH palette. Well, third time. I have the one everybody didn't like. What is it called? I can't remember the name. It's the Subculture. I have that one. I actually didn't buy it at ABH. I bought it at Marshall's for $24.99. So, but that Volume 1 Novena palette, I am holding out for that. And I'm hoping that my budget aligns with the time that it goes on sale. I'm really hopeful, because I'm going to pick those 3 palettes up. So, you know, it's not that I don't like getting like stuff that are like not drugstore, but I'm not like jumping on the bandwagon and trying to like just buy just because it's high-end, thinking that it's going to work better. Some of it might work better, but some of it might not. But I want to try more high-end palettes, so that's why I want to try those 3 palettes. But anyway, I hope, you know, you guys are able to like, you know, get some ideas of maybe some good products that you might want to try out at Walmart or other drugstores. So let me know if any of the products I mentioned, if they work for you as well, or if they don't work for you. Let me know in the comment section below. Why don't they work for you? You know, or if there's something that it's your favorite from the drugstore that I didn't mention, you know, let me know in the comment section below. I like to always try new things. So I'm always at CVS once a week, you know, and Target, you know, kind of scouting out the makeup aisle. So let me know in the comment section below, what should I be keeping an eye out for? So again, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you guys took something away from the video, and if you did, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.